Okay, this is the first little video on the subjunctive, or as the French say, le subjonctif. And because for most of you this is a fairly new concept, this one will be mostly in English. The first thing you need to know about the subjunctive is that it's not really a tense. Yeah, there are people who go, oh, the subjunctive, it's a tense. Well, the subjunctive is not really a tense. When we use verbs, yeah, we use them in a certain tense and a certain mood. Now, we've been doing tenses, and the tense of a verb, it tells you something about when an action took or will take place. And we've done tenses like the present, the past, the future, yes. And the subjunctive is something entirely different. Now, the mood of a verb will reflect the attitude of the speaker, so the person who is saying the thing, towards the action. What we've been doing up to now, you could call the indicative mood, or l'indicatif. Yes, when we talk about the indicative, you know, what we know is that it's mostly objective. It talks about facts. It states what is considered to be certain. So, in other words, what has happened, or what is happening now, or what will happen. If you look at the little picture, you see that the mother asks the question, Qu'est-ce que vous avez fait? And the children answer, Nous nous sommes bien amusés. This is a fact. And you can see that they had a good time because their clothes are dirty and they look all happy. When we talk about the subjunctive, we talk about something else. Whatever will be said is subjective. Yeah? We use the subjunctive to express feelings, to express judgments, emotions that are relating to an action. So we say what we would like, what is possible, what is doubtful, what is uncertain. If you look at the girl on the motorbike, she says, Je sais que tu as une belle moto. This is a fact. She uses the indicative. She knows that he has this beautiful motorbike. But you can see her thinking, J'aimerais mieux que tu aies une voiture de sport. She would prefer you to have. It's not a fact. It's what she would prefer you to have. Look at the difference between those two sentences. The first sentence, Je sais qu'il vient à la boum, states a fact. He's coming to your party. The second one, Je souhaite qu'il vienne à la boum, is a wish. You wish him to. You want him to come, but you're not sure that he actually will. The formation of the subjunctive for regular verbs is actually quite simple. You just take the third person plural of the present tense of any verb, like il regarde, il vende, il finissent, and you delete the ent. And then you add the endings, which are on the right hand side, the endings for the subjunctive, which is I for je, is for tu, e for il, and elle, ion for nous, ie for vous, and ent for il and elle in the plural. So it's actually not very difficult. Of course, you have to remember that French has many irregular verbs, and the first kind of irregular verbs are verbs like we've seen before, like venir, that have different stems in the il and the nous form in the present. You know that you say je viens, but nous venons, yes? Or nous venons and ils viennent. Verbs of this type will do the same thing in the subjunctive. So you can see that we have que je vienne, que tu viennes, qu'il vienne, que nous venions, que vous veniez, et qu'il vienne. There are a number of other verbs in this category, of which examples are acheter, espérer, appeler, payer, boire, voir, and prendre. The second type of irregular verbs are the same ones that we get always stuck with. They're those verbs you use all the time, to have, to be, to go, And unfortunately, you know, these are entirely irregular, and so you just have to study those verb forms. But if you want to practice those, there will be a second video in which you can actually practice those forms.